Hi, Shalom everyone, continuing these fantastic tours here in Israel. Once again, we're in the city of Elad. We haven't been here for a few months. We're touring around some of the street scenes over here. Enjoy, sit back and experience a bit of Eretz Israel, friends, over here. Now, first of all, I'm taking you to a massive synagogue, probably one of the largest, most spectacular ones here in Elad, called Zachor Abram. Now, you come here on, especially on a Friday night, what an atmosphere. This is just outside the synagogue. We're in Rehov Ben Yossi Ben Kisma Street over here. I love these streets. So it's a phenomenal synagogue, this is. Especially if you go inside. I think it's closed at the moment. It's just some of the street scenes over here. I think there's gardens, parks, you can see an Israeli flag flying, friends. And this is where you can see Magen David Adom bracelet. There's a park here. And let's explore, friends, over here. Ben Kisma Street, some of the street scenes. I wish we could go inside the synagogue now, but I think it's closed. It's just some street scenes. A lot of the streets over here are named after rabbis. Over here. So we've got a lot of views on the other side. This is a Beit Knesset Zachor Abram. This is, I think it's closed currently, but if you go inside, wow, especially during the Shabbat itself or the Chag or just for a weekly prayer, it's amazing. So we were here last Sukkot. I remember doing a Daf Yomi video in this area, if you guys recollect. So we just experienced some of the sights and scenes here of Israel. We're going to come to a nice park in a minute. This is in the city of Elad. Now, we've done maybe about 10 tours here. We actually were here about 3 months ago. It was a time period when there was a war with Iran, if you recollect. And I was here the Shabbat when it started, the war, I remember. And I recorded a few videos at the time. It was very, very scary, that week itself was. I won't lie about that, but Baruch Hashem, we are all okay. Let's hope the whole of Am Yisrael will be, friends, over here. Friends, we've already recorded more than about 170 tours in different parts of Israel. Okay, now friends, we've got a very, very nice park here. I think they did this up in the last couple of years. I've been here for a long time. Now friends, I come to this area, we used to come a lot more when the family was much smaller, so it was much easier to come for Shabbat. Now it's a bit more tricky to travel, so we come a few times, maybe 2, 3, 4 times a year. So remember, this park is quite new. It used to be a different park, a much older version, but now it's a lot newer. That is. Okay, so you've got like a lot of the different sites over here. You can see you've got a Moshiach flag. Over here. And you can see a lot of people have built their sukkahs already over here for Sukkot. Rabbi Yossi Ben Kisma Street. So you can see it's all named after rabbis, these streets are. So we saw a nice park there. As we keep going, now there's an area with some beautiful palm trees. We've got the road Ramban Street, but let's just take you just to this part. Maybe on Chol HaMoed we'll also go for a tour. You've got a synagogue here called Divrei Shalom. The Igud Habrechem, probably it's got a Kollel minyan also. You can see a lot of sukkahs are built. It's that time of year, friends. They've got like a massive supermarket. Now they've got a nice strip of a road which actually looks really fancy. This is a Kaufman market. It's a large supermarket here. And they've got like a Lu'umit. It's a healthcare practitioner also. I'm actually looking for a magazine here. Maybe they've got it. Hold on. See, people are advertising different Simchat Beit HaShoevas, with events all over the cities. Let's see. יש עיתון משפחה פה? לא. אין? Okay, תודה. Okay, I was looking for this magazine. They don't have it anywhere. I stopped off in about 7 or 8 places. Okay, look at this. All these trees, friends. This looks spectacular. This strip of roads. And then we're going to see some of the views of the city. Look at this. We're not walking in Hollywood, but this is better, friends. Why is it better? Because it's there, it's Israel. This is the land of Israel. Especially, I remember this Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai street. He was a great rabbi. They actually say in Masechet Brachot, he wasn't walking 4 steps without learning Torah, but he was the first to greet everyone in the street. Look at this strip of a street. Look at the palm trees, friends. Beautiful. And the other side, this is where the supermarket is. Let's continue the tour. On Shabbat, it's beautiful to walk here. It's a city with tons of synagogues here. There's a nice synagogue called the Zichron Dalia synagogue. Down there, we're going to come and see it in a minute. It's another side of the supermarket. As we continue. It's like a charity organisation, Chasdei Naomi. They provide a lot of Shabbat food, and for the Chags, there's a box there. People donate. We've still got a phone box. This must be from 25 years ago. Obviously, it's not standing anymore. People don't use these really so much, but they still have the structure of it. A lot of these roads are named after rabbis, friends. Now we're going to the Ramban Street. We're going to see in a second. And the Rashbam Street. These are great rabbis. So you can see Rashbam over here. The street sign is right in front of me. Rehov Rashbam. People are selling etrogim over here. Looks like they've got a office store here. Now we've got a street called the Ramban Street. We had Rashbam, now Ramban. And now over here they've got a beautiful synagogue. I've got to show you, friends, which I go to also sometimes, called Zichron Dalia. This is Ramban Street. Check this out, friends. It's also a beautiful synagogue. I haven't actually been here for about maybe 3 or 4 years. So maybe I will, maybe we'll see. Maybe I will go for Sukkot. And you get some stunning views here also of the forests of Elad. So this is just the synagogue itself. I think it's closed. I wish I could go in and film inside there. I think you've got a small kindergarten on my right. But now, see this, friends? These are views of Israel, of the forests of Israel. Let's check this out. Check this out, friends. All these trees, forest land, acres of land here. Amazing. It's just a residential street itself. Let's continue. Zichron Dalia. So most of the people that live here are Sephardi, I think, or Yemenite, predominantly. Now I think the synagogue opposite is a Breslev synagogue. I think it's like a Sephardi kind of style of Breslev synagogue. I remember being not for many years inside the synagogue, maybe about 8-9 years ago. That was the last time. So we used to come here like once a month. So I used to love walking around and checking out different places. So yeah, I think it still is. I think they've got the same cook machine as they had 10 years ago. Uman Rosh Hashanah people are celebrating. They've got another synagogue called the Ha'et Laskil. You can see the different trees. It's just a road. People are still selling the Aravot, the Lulavim, the Etrogim, and the Hadassim. Ha'et Laskil. Like a very gardeny type of synagogue, and amazing. Friends, we're going to conclude the tour here. Wishing you all a fantastic day. Take care. Hope you enjoyed the tour, friends, of Israel.